Thank you, Krzysztof. Hey everyone. I'm really pleased to see so many faces, so many known faces. I hope you will enjoy the presentation. I will talk to you about mobile slash trend slash tech slash IT trends. Those I will try to approach them from the mobile perspective. So I would suppose that we should try to define a trend. There will be some smart, clever words here, so I can read it aloud for you. Trend is a pattern of gradual change in a condition, output, or process, or an average or general tendency. So a trend is something that happens over time, that is reoccurring, that is visible from a perspective. So let's try to have a look at the past trends. Some of the past trends from last years. I will be supported by the Gartner Institute for those trends. In 2010, as you can all see, we had some trends, some words might seem familiar to you. We have the cloud computing, analytics, social and mobile applications. Again, this is 2010. So this is the year of the iPhone presentation. This is the time when we had the Symbian smartphones and stuff like this. 2011 was another year of the cloud, of mobile, social and analytics. 2012 it was another year of the tablets, mobile, social, analytics and cloud. And then was this new thing, Internet of Things. 2012, keep this in mind. 2013, the Internet of Things, again, 3 times mobile and analytics. Just the last year by Gartner, it was another year of mobile, Internet of Everything, so much more than Internet of Things, cloud, smart machines and 3D printing, which is obviously something that doesn't fit here. What about 2015 trends? I went through some research. I read about this, discussed with many people, and I figured out that there are trends as follow for the upcoming year. So first is the mobile. Obviously, it has been a tremendous year for everyone in the mobile industry, and the mobile has become probably the most influential thing in our lives. For those of you who are holding your mobile devices right now, this is the best example of how important it is and how crucial for our existence it is. We fell asleep with it. We wake up to our phones. This is the first thing we see in the morning and last thing we see when we fall asleep. I remember this really great research done by a guy in one of the Polish cities. He asked around to some random people to show him their mobile phones. For 100 zlotys, he offered 100 zlotys in exchange for the ability to browse freely within their phones. From 10 people, no one agreed. So imagine the photos, imagine the texts there, and this is how important mobile has become for us. Second one is the security, and by the way, I just love what you get from Google Images when you type in mobile security. This is what you get. The security, it's inseparable from what we do in the e-commerce, in anything mobile related. As you saw, this is a so-called code trend with the mobile. So where the mobile is, there has to be a security. The amount of personal data, the amount of medical information stored on our devices is constantly increasing. So we have to be aware that our mobile phones are the most precious things that we carry. With us. It can, if you lose your phone, you know how panicked you are once this happens. Wearables, another trend, another something that everyone is talking about. So let's start from the head. we have the headphones and the glasses, and we know how great the Google glasses were, right? If I'm asking the guys and ladies that had the chance to wear them. I was shortly a user of them, and I think it's pointless and it's horrible. The same goes for any belts and probably shoes that connect to the internet, and there are running blouses that connect to the internet and track your body. Overall, this will be huge, but not, in my opinion, not now. One big thing that will happen this year is obviously the Apple Watch, which probably make this huge lifestyle switch, and will become luxurious and trendy stuff that people carry around just because they can. So this is wearables for now, and in my opinion, one of the strongest trends in this year. Internet of Things, or Internet of Everything. Many things can be connected to the internet, and if we look closely, the amount will rise dramatically by 2020. Yes, 2020, and just imagine having every utility in your home connected to the internet. Imagine the possibilities, the light bulbs, the smart sockets, obviously your TV and your washing machine and your freezer. Everything will be connected, and then we will get to that. Another trend, smart car. Imagine having a car that is self-driven. Imagine that it monitors every aspect of itself. You don't have to worry about the signs, because the camera in the front will tell you on your heads-up display that you are going too fast and that is going to be a really dangerous curve ahead. Stuff like this, and the numbers are there. By 2025, 100% of cars will be connected. I will also get to the conclusion later on. Just keep those data in mind. Smart house. This is strongly connected with the Internet of Everything. You can have your house monitored and accessed via any app that does this thing. So you can monitor the humidity, the temperature, the lights, the washing machine, and everything that is inside your house and is connected. You can control it remotely, and many things will show us their potential and become the something new in the 2015. 2K videos, again, think about this as a mobile stuff. You're probably wondering how this is mobile and 4K. It isn't. I just found this peak when I pasted it, when I wrote it into Google, and I find this movie hilarious. So 4K videos, it's going to be really interesting. There are already smartphones that are capable of recording movies in 4K quality. The thing is that that you need to have the capacity on your phone, that you have to have a really fast connection to transfer it. The quality, by the way, is really astounding. And if you had a chance to watch some 4K videos, whether in electronic department of any shop or maybe at your home, you know that the quality of pictures, for example, when you look at them, it's really great. New payment methods. So again, this year, and it has been introduced last year, the famous Apple Pay method. This will also play a really important role in our environment. I think that with the increase and with the amount of services allowing you to pay with your phone and with your credit card in new ways, will increase. And this year, hopefully, we will start to see the really big decline in the use of cash, and we will start using our phones and our smart watches to pay for stuff in on everyday manner. And virtual reality in mobile. Probably my favorite peak of the presentation. The guy is using his smartphone and this I would say sexy stuff on his head to experience the virtual reality. Just imagine you have your gyroscope and you have a high definition screen on your phone. You have a speaker out, so you can actually use this as with this on your head. You can use it and have the virtual reality experience just using your smartphone. So I think this, and especially when you look at the actions of such companies like Facebook or Sony and their project Morpheus, I think that virtual reality this year will become something meaningful, maybe not as huge as we all expect, but much bigger than, for example, motion tracking. And then I would like to get to a conclusion. So, are those exactly 2015 trends? I hope that you know that, for example, mobile has been a trend for the last 5 years, and it will be called a trend for the next 5 years to come. Right now, nearly 90% of customers own a mobile phone, and 30% of them also use tablets. So it didn't happen over 1 year. It was a huge shift. It was a huge cultural change. There are lanes in China dedicated to people who are walking and staring on their phones, so then they don't collide. This is how deep the mobile has become a part of our lives. So it's not actually 2015 trend. Security, really good quote. I hope you can read it. At least one corporate data breach will be tracked back to a compromised mobile device. What this means is, with the increased amount of corporate information stored on our mobile phones, mobile devices, it's certain that at one point this year there will be a huge data breach or company compromised. And this will be tracked to a mobile device of any user. Just ask yourself how many times you are changing your password in your corporate device, and how much information about your organization is stored in your pocket right now. Those are the predictions of the wearables sales for the last years and for this year and next year. It might seem huge, the change between 2015 and 2016, but keep in mind that Apple itself is there are some researchers saying that they may sell about 30 million smartwatches, Apple Watches, by the next year. So this would probably sum up. In my opinion, wearables right now, especially the glasses, it's so geeky and so nerdy that it won't happen anytime soon, and especially not this year. We won't switch to use expanded vision, and we won't have devices that will show us heads-up display. Just using normal glasses that aren't make us look like characters from Star Trek. So wearables, another not 2015 trend. Internet of Things. This is a great peak showing probably those two guys figuring out on YouTube how to switch this machine on. This is what, in my opinion, a normal guy does with a tablet in front of a washing machine, and not try to figure out how this machine is learning how to make their washes better. Smart cars. The average age of car in Poland is between 13 and 15 years. So imagine smart cars right now on Polish roads. Just a tidbit of an information. There are 12 Tesla cars in Poland right now, 12. I think it will take us a while before we get to the smart cars on our streets. And by smart cars, I don't mean the electric ones, just the ones that are truly connected. Smart houses. So right now, if there are, again, out there, there are researchers that show us that the amount of houses, the smart houses, it's enormous right now. But how come? How is this possible? Well, it is possible because a smart house right now is considered just from the fact that it is connected to the internet. So a Netflix and Wi-Fi connection doesn't make a house a smart house. Payment methods. This is really interesting because you have to be aware that for now in Poland, and we are pretty good measure for the Central Europe markets. About 82% 1 year ago or 1.5 years ago, 82% of all purchases were dealt with cash payment. So with the real money. We are really a long way from ditching out the classical method of payment. And then virtual reality. In my opinion, this picture tells it all. How far are we with the mobile virtual reality and why this is not a trend? I will just leave you with it for a short while. So, is any of this mobile 2015 trend or tech 2015 trend? Well, yes, the mobile is a trend. But it's not 2015 trend. The ones I showed you, those are buzzwords. Those are things that we discuss. Those are things that the tech industry, the tech-savvy people like ourselves, we see them as something exciting. We see them as hopefully trends. But I don't believe that. I think that what will make its way to the customers this year and what will really be the mobile trends or the technology trends for 2015 are those. Firstly, and the omni-channel experience. Users doesn't care, so we are probably, I would say, we are not the 99% of the people, the population out there who isn't tech savvy. We are geeks, we are people, I don't know, watching Big Bang Theory and stuff like this. And we are using the latest gadgets, we are reading the tech blogs, and we probably would like our environment to change quicker than it actually does. So, but there is one thing that really is happening, and this is the inclusion of mobile in the whole process. So omni-channel tells us that for the user, for the average user, it doesn't make any difference, or it shouldn't make any difference how he or she is interacting with any service. So if I'm starting as a research to buy smart glasses, and I would like to, I start on my mobile phone, and then I go back to my desktop, and I want to see the photos, high-res photos, compare some prices, compare some offers, and then I run out from my smart house, and I want to continue the whole process. Then I want to buy it just like this on the phone because I can. And this is what omnichannel really gives us and gives the user. The ability to don't think where they are and why they are using this exact device. They want the best experience fit for their devices. And this is the biggest challenge for companies in social, in e-commerce, and actually any other company that has an internet offering of any sort. It's crucial to be aware of the user and be aware of their behaviors. The change has been made. 90% of people using smartphones, they don't want to have a poorer experience on their other device, on their second display. They want to feel as secure, they want to have the same offerings, the same feelings, and the optimized solution and optimized experience for a device. So first, really, 2015 trends, in my opinion, is the omni-channel, and the second one is a smart offer. This also has been a trend for last years. What this means is companies that own big data, which is another buzzword, companies that have a really great history of transactions, of user behaviors, they will be offering items, services really targeted for a specific user. We won't see the fragmentation for an offer like a woman age 35 has 2 kids. This is too broad. We will see offers designed and targeted at very narrow group of people, or even personalized offers. Those will include the time of day, the weather, the traffic condition, the purchase history, the social profile. Everything that we've done so far will be taken under consideration and then turned into an offer for us when we need it, where we need it. So in my opinion, second biggest trend for this year. Conclusion, and I would like to leave you with that and discuss with you this presentation, is this. This is, in my opinion, how a trend is produced or created. So firstly, it starts with a great product or a service. Then this product or a service does a great impact on our lives. It makes our lives deeper, better, happier, just more fun, whatever. But it starts there with a great product. And then once it made an impact, and every people or everyone, an average people start to use this, then we are talking about a trend, and not other way around. It's not about us discussing security or 4K videos that will make a trend and bring us great products. It's the other way around. So, without cheap solutions, without great marketing, without making sense out of those products or those trends that I discussed, we won't see any new fabulous trends in the upcoming years. We will just see talking about the same stuff over and over again. Yes, actually, I'm done. So, thank you. Hi.
Yes, okay. You said that 90% of consumers, customers, right, have mobile phones and 30% tablets. What customers do you mean? Are they some particular customers of a particular company or just population in general?
This was, I think, from Gartner, so I'm guessing this was a population overall. 90% smartphone users, 30% tablet users. So it obviously varies between countries, but I think in Poland this is over 50% of phones out there are smartphones. So I think we are getting there. So it happened. Most people have smartphones in their pockets.
All right, thanks.
How does it look like for Allegro? We've been through a really tremendous year. 2014 was truly the year of mobile at Allegro. We revamped our mobile products. We increased our mobile traffic by hundreds of %. We put mobile in front of every communication that we had. We use our smartphones figures to promote everything that we had, and we launched the campaign to encourage users to make their trial with the mobile purchase. And we offered the users mobile coupons that they used only on mobile applications on every version of our app, so iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. and it was really tremendous. It skyrocketed. The amount of people that tried and did their first mobile purchase was really through the roof. And what was even what we were even more happy about was the amount of people that came back after their first purchase. It was, as you can see, I'm trying not to be too concrete. I shouldn't. I think it's around 15% of people that tried the mobile application with the coupon. They came back to the mobile applications and bought through mobile. It's dependent on the platform, so we would have to be more specific. Do you mean the iOS, Android? But it's like this. About 70% of what we did on mobile was done on Android, and those were in Poland, yes, and it was mainly phones. I think if we take our data and when we compare it with the data of the most popular devices, Android devices, then it's on par. So it's the same.
Okay, if you have any more questions, please wait for the microphone.
Maybe I can ask you a question about the numbers, because I remember the press release that you post after the couponing action. I think you can find it on the Allegro website. It's something about 300,000 transactions from with the usage of coupons. So
this is the number we can share.
Yeah,
yes.
it's on the web. But I would like to ask you a different question that we speak before your speech, because I'm very interested in mobile-only users. I'm searching for the data connected to this mobile-only user group. I'm aware of the numbers according, for example, Facebook, that mobile-only user group is a bit away, much larger than non-mobile users. And I'm wondering how it's in Allegro right now. Are you aware of some numbers?
Yes, I am.
Or yeah?
Yes, this is something that that we lately investigated, and we moved from around 8% only mobile users to around 15-16% over this year. So the better our products, the more we encourage the users. We saw rather increase than cannibalization in our users. So I think that again, the last year was something special for us. Also, I just wanted to say that last year we also made the whole Allegro experience even better with the release of the Sellers app, which was also highly requested feature and product from our users. It's not an advertisement, I just wanted to point this out. We want to be us, again, for us, the omni-channel that I discussed, this will be the #1 priority for the upcoming year. We want the user to feel, to have this Allegro experience on any device, and we believe that this is the way that it should be handled. And it will be handled by any other social media, tech, lifestyle, any other app. This is the way that it's supposed to go.
How, in your opinion, smart offers will relate to mobile, and how will companies take advantage of this selling channel?
I think that the recommendation system that we are working on is getting better and better, and I think that as soon as you can really take the advantage of the mobile and you implement it in this experience of recommendation system, you are like winning the lottery. Because if you can connect with your user on the personal note, then you have his heart. And by heart, I also mean the methodology that we use to measure our apps. Heart is something that tells you how much the user love The users love your app, and if you have the best offerings, the best prices, and you know that, for example, the dog food that a user buys every month, you should recommend him to buy it because it's Wednesday. It takes about 2 days to deliver, and you know that it's, I don't know, a long weekend before him, ahead of him. And if you send him a message, you know, you should probably consider this because on Friday you will run out of your dog food. Sorry. And here is your coupon. Buy it cheaper right now. Order it, and you give this to the user as the first information he gets in the morning. I think this is priceless. This is where user really trusts you. He agrees that, okay, I know that I compromised where I am, what I did last month and stuff like this, but he really sees the opportunities and advantage of doing this.
What about platform monetization? You said that most of the work, okay, so you did most of the work on Android, it was around 70%. So does it come in line with the income you get from the platform, or because I'm asking about that because there was a, let's say, trend among developers and salesmen, because saying that iOS gets you more income than Android in general.
This is really interesting because it actually does. The iOS still generates more revenue as long as you are using in-app purchases. As long as you are in the gaming industry and you are making casual games. For Poland, and we are probably one of not so many countries that you can say that, it's the opposite. Because of the amount of the Android devices you can get for 1 zloty with every contract is like 10 and 3 tablets, it flooded our market. And the amount of devices out there, this converts to a huge amount of traffic generated by Android devices, and also and this also connects with the amount of transactions made on Android devices. So we have our own payment system, and we take advantage of the fact that the Android is the leading platform in the world. And this is probably, I would say, that if you are a gaming developer, or even if you are I don't know, lifestyle developer that tries to reach the higher demographic, the other demographics, so people who earn more money, you would probably stick with iOS. But for us and for where we are right now, Android is the crucial one.
Do you have any public data to support this?
Sorry?
Do you know of any public data to support this, what you just said about Poland, for example?
About Poland and Android. Yeah. So there are some reports. I don't know. I probably can research as you can, but I am about the Android traffic and stuff like this. I am those are based on our own data. Okay. So again, 70% of our income was generated by Android app itself.
Yeah, but to your point, it always depends on your demographic. In our case, we're working with healthcare, doctors to be exact, and really doctors are crazy about Apple devices,
iPads.
And patients are using Android. So when we are building mobile apps right now, we are right now in process of reinventing our mobile experience. So we're putting one team on patients, and there is a lot of really different user experience for patients. And for like from income perspective, the iOS will be much bigger for us because doctors are using them and they are our customers really. So
I think this is a great experience, a great example where you have really those higher profile users that are crazy about iPads and Apple itself, and they will probably also buy the Apple Watch. And then on the other side, there are the people who are really, they bought their smartphones, they started with the lower end Android devices. The challenge here is to make them both happy. So I wouldn't recommend using any cross-platform solution. I would just go with native solutions for both iOS and Android. The key here again probably is the backend though, right?
I've got a question. You showed the data about wearables from Gartner. Do you have any background on this? Because in this data, the 2015 had less amount of wearables than 2014, and 2015 is a Apple Watch year, so
So it depends.
Yeah.
Was it 2016?
But Apple Watch premiere is like
in 3 months.
In 3 months.
Yes. So I think that by the first month of 2016 there should be. This is the amount of how much there will be at the beginning of the year. I think. I was also surprised by this. So wearables is. I think this is the most gimmicky part because. If you buy a heart sensor and you are a runner and you get a watch to it and then you run around, then the question is this: how often or for how long will you be using this constantly? You know your pulse, you know how long you are running, you can guess this. You don't need this, wear this every time you go out. And the same goes with any other stuff that help you track your medical information. I think that once you know how many steps on average through last 8 weeks you made wearing any smart handband, you then can really put this off and then wear it again maybe when you go to holidays just to check the average out there. But after a while, it's, in my opinion, it's just pointless. And maybe this is why this declines.
Okay. There's a question.
Hi. I'd just like to point out that you're very wrong about the runners thing with HR armband. They
Probably,
always wear them 100% of the time because it's very important for them. Runners don't. Or at least the runners I know, and I know quite a few, they won't use the Apple Watch, they won't use the general thing. They use the specific devices designed for runners, such as Garmin watches and so on. And I've actually tried to ask why they don't want to use the newer bands for monitoring the heart rate from your wrist, from other places. They want the band on the chest, and they want to monitor it straight from there because that's the only one for now which has any amount of accuracy. And I don't know why, but it's very important for them to have this on every single run because I guess, you know, even a slight fluctuation in the heart rate is important for them. So
this is also so my opinion is based on my own research. I also know some runners, and I also know some people who bought their Fitbits, the smart wristbands, wear them for a while and they ditched them. Probably the professional runners who really pay attention for every misbehavior of their organism, they are the hardcore users. But there is a niche for every of those things that I talked about. I think that the amount of data and the usefulness of the data is related with the engagement that you get from a user. If you are a casual runner like myself, I got this for Christmas, the chest band and the watch. I used this a couple of times and I said, okay, it's constant. Every time I run for an hour, it's the same. And I simply stopped using this. Again, I am not the hardcore runner. I don't run marathons.
I'd like to specify that I did mean the guys who run marathons and so on. In terms of casual users, I'm willing to bet this is just a fad. They'll use the Fitbits for a few months and leave it.
So you agree?
In theory, not with the run. I don't think many casual users actually get chest bands for running.
Okay, there's a
assume,
need of a research, right?
Yeah, I assume they're going to use their Apple Watch and so on, and the Mio Link has a wrist, the new diode system to measure the blood flow and so on. But I'm thinking this is going to be a fad and it's going to go away pretty soon.
The same thing. Thanks.
Okay, I got one more question about virtual reality. You said that the great thing, the great product will ignite the trend. What do you think about Oculus Rift and the whole Microsoft HoloLens?
This is if this comes to the market, if it's cheap, affordable, and it enriches your experience with media or with anything you do, and it finds a justification for it to be out there, it will be successful. It's the same like with, say, who of you have own a 3D screen at home? 3D, it's like 3 people. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, this was the huge thing. Everyone was talking 3D. Every movie you went to the cinema to see, it was in 3D. And I think this was a gimmick because of the clumsiness of the solution. Do you have to wear those special glasses if you? Come on.
Yeah, I bought that TV because there was nothing without 3D at the time, so that's why I have that.
This is how you make a trend by force, and not how a trend is created by itself by the market. This is what I meant. 3D and probably if we find this VR to be useful and enriches our experience, then yes, it will stick, it will stay. It has to be cheap, it has to be everywhere, and you have to be able to buy content for it for a really affordable price. You cannot just expect this to happen just because someone showed something on a tech conference and everyone applaud. This is what I think about every new product that comes, and I don't trust that this will just happen by itself.
Okay, I think you can catch Patryk during the break if you want to talk more. Thank you very much. It was a
Thank you
great
very
talk.
much. Thanks.